Shut up and sit down.
Oh, we cut out Kai's scary things.
And Sam's sweaty pants.
Welcome back to another episode of the K-Drama Effect.
Oh,
It's your Bias Effect host, QJ.
it's your K-drama lover, Nikki.
We're going back to K-Dramas after a year.
Finally! We're here! We're here. Don't blame me. This is all on you.
It takes a certain kind of K-drama to get me to watch. Okay? I can't just watch anything. I need a reason.
You need a bias.
Yeah, and I had a reason to watch.
Yeah, I've watched probably since that. I've probably watched like an entirety 8 more dramas since our last one, so just saying. But no, I didn't know anything about this one until you brought it up, truly. So we will be discussing The Manipulated. It was a Hulu a release, but because at least in Canada, Disney Plus has Hulu, so we were able to watch it on Disney Plus. But it has a certain something from EXO.
I think we were really deep on we were really going back into EXO for a while there, so I was getting a lot of reels and information about this show because Dio is one of the stars, and a lot of the reviews for it were saying that he was crazy in it, so I had to check it out.
We love a little psychopath.
Yeah, he's a great actor.
He delivers. It is such an interesting conversation because I've seen idols that become actors, we saw all the ATEEZ members in Imitation or whatever, but this just seems like he's just no, I do not care. He's like a literal psychopath murderer in this.
He's legit. I just also recently started watching the second and third seasons for Squid Game, and I was thinking similar about Top in that. I was like, well, he's really going for it in this. It's not surface. He really is kind of a weird character in this. Not what I would. I mean, Big Bang is maybe a bit more on that spectrum of weirdness, but at the same time, still not what I would expect from an idol.
Yeah, because even to that point, yeah, I know Big Bang does have some wild media footprints, but I even said it to you, we've talked about it before, but I didn't really fully realize. I watched season 2 and 3 of Squid Games as well, but I just remember hearing, oh, there's an idol in it, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I didn't fully realize it was Top, but I didn't really know who Top was at that time, so I watched it kind of not knowing any context to Top. And I was like, this guy's a fucking creep. I do not like him at all. Because, yeah, he plays such a creep and he does it so well. And I was like, I don't know, man. And then come to learn later, in retrospect, that this was his absolute big comeback after he almost wanted to, not be on this planet anymore. I go, oh, okay.
Yeah.
It was great. Now I'm like, I love him. Sorry.
Yeah, it's just nice to see some real genuine acting and not this sort of fan catering. I don't want to step on any toes or whatever. It's no, this is a character and I'm going to play it right.
Yeah, there's some idols that really go for. I feel like Yuno is building towards that too. I feel like he's going to become an idol. I think I saw a interview recently where they're like, I think you would really suit you or
he said he wanted to play a character like that, and everyone was like, you could do it. I was like, oh, well. They were like, you've got it in your eyes, we can tell. Okay, damn.
Oh yeah.
But it's kind of that the perception and it always works if they can commit to that bit. It always works really well because it's totally not what you're expecting. No, I was gonna say I just saw, I don't know what's real and what's not real, but I saw pictures of Taeyoung from BTS supposedly on a set somewhere filming something. I was like,
I know, that's I think that's why I remember watching Squid Games, because Squid Game the last season came out, and everyone was like, "Oh, V's gonna be in
Yeah.
it because he showed up on stage and one of the Squid Game people." So I think that's why I started watching it again, and then hearing, "Oh, there's another idol in it." Anyway, but yeah, so I feel like V's been working towards that too. That's another one we need to watch. Harangue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get there. But for now, we
Yeah,
watch The
stay tuned.
Manipulated, okay?
Yeah.
I started watching it randomly, and I think I messaged you, and I was like, "This man is insane in this," and you were like, "Okay, let me see."
And I think I literally told you the next day I binged all
yeah,
of it.
I think I had watched
sure
like four, I'd watched like half of it or something, and you were like, "Yeah, I finished it," and I was like, "Okay."
Right. Yeah, you told me, and then you were about over half, and then I think that day I was like, okay, I think I'm where you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello. So it was good. It's good. And it was like, it was an action kind of psychological thriller.
Yeah, so like a thriller action. So, The Manipulated follows an ordinary man, Park Tae-jung, whose life takes a drastic turn when he's wrongfully accused of a heinous crime and sent to prison. After discovering that everything was orchestrated by An Johan, he sets out on a path of revenge.
Girl, okay. Also, just that, like, that's just the most brief overview.
Yeah, there's
of it,
so much.
No, but I mean, like, it is kind of, like, insane the levels that they go. So basically, he gets set up, Park Tae-jung gets set up for this whole murder, right? And it's like, the levels these people go to, like, set him up, even his own girlfriend betrayed him.
I mean, yeah, we'll get into it. It was written by someone named Oh Sang-ho, who also wrote the series Taxi Driver. It is based on a film called Fabricated City, which the same guy co-wrote. Filmed it. Manipulated was filmed in 2024, and it was released in November 5th, 2025. It achieved strong viewership, ranking first in South Korea for 2 consecutive weeks, and placed within the worldwide top 4 as of the 17th of November. It also topped Kino Light's trend rankings for the second week of November. The related film, Fabric City, also experienced a resurgence, rising to number 2 on several platforms. And it recorded 1.14 million participants on Naver Open Talk, which is the highest engagement among entertainment programs. So, the people were talking about it, okay? So, the show is kind of, like, I like that there's this sort of, like, episode breakdown. It's sort of split into, like, 3 sections, basically.
Yeah.
There's, like, the setup section, the revenge section, and then the finale. So, we can just kind of go through each section, I guess, and we'll discuss characters as they're related to the section, just to keep it simple.
Yeah.
So the setup takes place over episodes 1 to 4. Tae-jung's life is ruined when he's manipulated into taking the fall for a brutal murder. The series quickly establishes a tense, dark atmosphere as Tae-jung realizes his life was controlled by a mysterious figure. These episodes go through the trial. There's some character death, and like certain key figures are introduced, like their lawyers, and then it covers his intense prison section.
Yeah, so for this setup area, so Tae-jung is our main guy here. Very handsome man.
Played by Ji Chang-wook.
Yeah, like he's just trying to make ends meet, you know? He's a Uber driver.
Yeah, I think he has like various jobs. He's like a delivery guy.
Yeah.
He kind of has like a flower shop cafe that he's trying to like start up. With his brother and his girlfriend, and like him and his brother's mom like passed away.
Yeah.
So it's just that, and he's like, his brother's like in school or whatever, and he's like trying to like take care of him, get him to study and all that. And he's got his girlfriend there, and like 3 of his buddies help him sometimes. So yeah, in his delivery job, he finds this like cell phone, and the person calls it, asks them to return it. He returns it, but secretly that was like the whole setup this whole time. His girlfriend, her name was Suju. His
Suji,
right. His brother's name was Jiho. No, Taejin. Taejun and Taejin.
Yeah, I know, it's so funny. Like, okay, obviously they're brothers. Yeah, just to make a note too for everyone listening, there will be spoilers. We're gonna talk about spoilers. So,
and there's some dark themes,
right
like if you're not, it's about murder and stuff.
There's some
death,
violent things that happen. Yeah, violence is key. Manipulation that clearly, but that can be triggering for some people. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Because I knew right away. Can I just say I knew this was a K-drama, so I knew right away the brothers' relationship was way too cute and way too positive in this like dark sphere. I knew one of them was gonna die. I knew it. So I mean.
Yeah, so basically he delivers this phone and then he gets arrested, basically. And it turns out that this woman was like raped and murdered, and this mysterious entity framed him for it. And like throughout the whole series it kind of shows you how they do it, but basically it's like mass surveillance, and then they like plant evidence and this and that kind of stuff. So like it was like the evidence against him was like super damning. Like they even put his like semen inside her. Like crazy.
Girl. Can you tell me when I saw that scene? Because there was such an obvious scene. Like his girlfriend is like, oh my god, like, oh, let's go upstairs together, and like you don't obviously see anything, but the next morning you literally see him throw a condom away, and like it falls and he's like, oops, and then he puts it back in, so you're supposed to obviously notice the condom is there. And I was like, I was like, how the hell is his semen gonna come into this?
Like the way that it showed that, I thought he was like cheating. I was like, why do I need to see this? And then like later it was like, oh, his semen, and I was like, oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, so during this setup phase, he's in jail. He has no idea what's going on. He does not get why he is stuck here in jail. And his friend and his girlfriend at the time are trying to be like, yeah, we're trying to help you, They actually like do a really good job because he does work all the time. They had pinpoints for everywhere he's been, and they were able to so solidifiably give to the lawyer to be like, hey, look, he there's no way he could have done this. But then they eventually end up in court, and the prosecutor, whatever, the other lawyer guy is like 99.9%, this is your semen inside of this woman. He's like, and there's no physical way. And then his girlfriend's like,
I think at the time she's even kind of like, that's like, it's weird, but then like they even like set up that whole plant thing where he's like, oh, why'd you spend like 6 minutes in here? And he was like, oh, there was this plant, and then they showing him all these pictures like, there ain't no plant here, bro, like doesn't exist. And then it showed that picture and like the picture of the scene, and he has like this matching bracelet with his girlfriend, and she sees it in there. That's when she's like, oh, maybe he did do it, because why would his bracelet be there? But then he's like, I lost my bracelet. And then they introduced the shady lawyer, who obviously everyone knew right away. This guy was like,
oh yeah,
we knew.
He's got that kind of like they like chose the actor very well, because he's got that like I don't know, like menacing grin. You're like,
yeah, like you look like you're up to something. But he comes in because the first lawyer is like, your case is done. Like, they got you dead to rights. So he quits. And then this new lawyer is like a public service lawyer or whatever. And he's like, I'll help you. You just have to tell me, like, whatever you have. And he's like, don't tell anyone we're looking. When he was like, don't tell anyone we're looking into it, I was like, obviously, like, this guy is obviously not helping you. Like, what are you talking about? But he tells this lawyer, I lost the bracelet at my brother's place. It fell off my wrist or whatever. Like, fucking the next day, his brother's, like, suicided. I mean, and it was so, like, I thought that was so crazy, because, his brother's, like, in school or whatever, so he does that, like, study with me live stream thing, and he was doing one of, like, that's what he was, like, basically doing, so it cuts to him on his, like, live stream hanging from the ceiling. I was like, what the hell?
Which makes Yeah, now that I think back to that scene, it makes real no sense.
I mean,
He was live.
I assume maybe he just turned it on after the live after.
Oh, right, okay.
Because I was like, obviously
yeah,
somebody would see him like come up behind you.
Yeah, I'm like,
but anyway,
yeah.
it basically he like blasted his brother's suicide like over live stream, which was crazy.
Crazy. And this is a point when he is so low in jail. People are starting to like beat him up and like assault him severely because he's in jail. Everyone thinks he's in jail for raping a woman and murdering her cold, and so they return that to him in a way.
Yeah, I think that there's like it introduces sort of like gang like prison leaders or whatever. Like there's one specific older guy that like smokes all the time, and
all the time. By the way,
yeah, like literally,
this guy you will not see.
You will not see this man without a cigarette.
Even when he's like being anyway.
I thought I was a little confused because it set him up to be like he hates rapists. That's why he was going so hard against him. But then later, he raped his sister. Like that was why he was in jail, because he had raped someone.
Yeah, I think.
So I was like, I
think it's his cover. I think it's supposed to be his cover because I think later on we kind of find out that Dio he's like his paid man, I think. So like I think we're supposed to believe it's a part of the whole manipulation thing. He thinks that this guy's just out to get him because he was a rapist, but really he's just being paid to keep him beat up and whatever. So he's going through it and he's like he tries to unalive himself a couple times, but then he has a bestie in jail.
Yeah, through that he starts going to like the jail chapel, I guess, and there's an older gentleman there. Young Sik is the character's name, and he's like the priest helper or whatever, and he also had gone through it when he went to prison, so he kind of recognized the signs, so he like befriends him. And I think around this time you also get introduced to the guard,
girl,
who's like brings him like a plan and is like, help me out, gardener guy or whatever. So like you kind of start seeing these like nicer people that are like not necessarily like judging him as much.
Yeah, he's trying to like, he has no, like his brother's gone, his girlfriend's gone, his friends, he won't let his friends see him. He has no hope left in this world. And yeah, the priest guy comes over and says, you know what, man, I'm right there with you.
Yeah, he's like, I've been there. You just have to like get up every day, do your thing.
Yeah, work out. And then they show him working out and we're like, hello. And then yeah, he starts this garden because that's what he loves to do in the past. And then the guard is like, yo, I have this shitty plant. I don't know how to help.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it seems quite obvious now in retrospect that yeah, this guard is supposed to be like the ultimate like justice figure. Like he's not corrupt. He genuinely wants to see the best in people. Amazing.
Yeah.
So he's untouched by this corporate.
Yeah, he's just like just a normal guy.
Good guy. Okay.
And then it sort of starts to shift there to like a prison break attempt. So
it shifts up.
I'll split the section into two also and save the death race for after.
Because when I first started watching it, I remember texting me like, what did you do? Like, what did you send me to watch? Because it was so dark, and I normally, like a K-drama will spin. Oh, well, it's definitely spun. It's spun to a completely different thing. But yeah, at first I was really going through it, watching it, so I'm like, oh my god, there is no hope for this guy or anything. But then we go, yeah, now we're like, oh, there's a prison break. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he like tries to escape because he finds out basically another prisoner comes into the prison who was also set up, and he comes to like the older guy gets released, so Taejun takes his place in the chapel. And when he's in the chapel, this new prisoner comes in and wants to and like talks to him in the confession booth and is like saying all this stuff that's like really the same as his story. So he realizes that it's like this like setup thing that's constantly happening to like other people, so he thinks like he has to like get out of there so he could track this guy down. And he puts two and two together with the shady lawyer, because the guy is like, oh, I also have this like
Same
lawyer, but he fucked me over or whatever. So when the lawyer comes, he gets the lawyer to come back, and he's like, I got new evidence. The lawyer comes back and is like, what's the new evidence? And he's like, the new evidence is I fucking onto you, bitch.
You know what you're doing.
And like, he basically gets the lawyer to admit, like, yeah, I work for these guys. You got no shot in hell. And then he's like, did you kill my brother? And he's like, yeah, I fucking killed your brother. And he's like, I'm gonna murder the shit out of you later. And he's like, try it, bitch.
Right up. I know, like, he doesn't even try to, like, avoid it. He's like, yeah, I fucking did it. And then, I guess because he's,
yeah, he thinks that, like,
going to, like, is so arrogant that he doesn't think that he'll ever come out.
I think it's also,
yeah,
like,
fine.
there's this implication that they assume all these, they call, like, I think they call them, like, avatars, like, people who take that crime for other people. There's this assumption that they all end up killing themselves, because, like, through the story, they're like, oh, my avatar's still alive. Like, why is my guy still alive? He's supposed to be dead. Because that either the prisoner that had come in did kill himself,
like so fast too. Like
so, yeah. Like the lawyer's like, obviously you're not gonna get out of here. You're not gonna kill me. Like just give up, whatever. But he's like, no, I'm coming for you, bitch. So he works out his whole prison escape plan. This is like, again, I always have this with K-dramas where I'm like, the story's basically over. Like, how can there be 6 more episodes? So I'm like, he's gonna get out of prison. He's gonna find him. He's gonna kill him. Like, how much more can we go? Anyway, he tries to escape, but it fails because they introduce the cleaner character around this time because he didn't kill himself. And, like, part of the deal is that your avatar is supposed to die, take the secret with you, basically. And the guy who he's covering for is like, why isn't my guy dead? So they introduce the cleaner character. Hello.
Oh,
he's like some doctor guy.
Raw.
He's supposed to come to prison, give everyone a flu shot, but his flu shot was like poison or something.
Yeah, like rat poison specifically or something.
And you think he skirts it he's like working on a car or something, and then when everyone turns away, that's when he tries to escape. But they catch up to him, and they're like, oh, you didn't get your shot. So they still give him the shot. So while he's trying to escape prison, he's, like, slowly dying, basically. Like, literally gets, like, out the door and then passes out. So they bring him back in. He's in the hospital. Then the gang guys come back. It's, like, a fucking brawl in this hospital room. The guard guy's, like, trying to figure out how he even escaped in the first place. And then all the doors are locked. And he's like, what the fuck's going on?
Our like good cop is like, yeah, what the hell is going on here? He starts to sense the corruption in his
So there's like this whole brawl or whatever. Everyone gets basically subdued, and then it's sort of like that's this like where the shift happens. It introduces the prison warden, who's like a corrupt, like coward, basically, or easily corrupted.
Also in Squid Games.
Well, and shady lawyer and warden.
Yeah.
And the detective from later.
Oh, yeah. They're
all in Squid Game. I was like, whoa,
so
I know these people.
Squid Games, Squid Games feels like, if there's certain shows in each country that are like, if you're in that show, it's like every Korean actor is in that show. You know what I mean? Like, it's like they all end up on Squid Games.
Yeah, so it shifts. So through this whole time, you've been seeing parts of Johan and also the artist Arleli. That's some sort of sculptor. He sculpts like these like bizarre, disturbing sculptures of like people being killed, basically. Like people's like last moments is what I'm guessing it's supposed to be. You don't really know, I guess, at the time, but it's pretty obvious that it's the same guy. Basically uses these auctions that's how he gets people to pay him. He makes the sculpture, and he makes them bet on it, or auction for it, and then they give it to him. They give him the sculpture, but technically they're also giving him the money. So it's like how he gets people to pay him for his services, if you will. So throughout this whole thing has been showing that as well. And then you see him, Johan, come to the prison to meet with the prison guard because he's got this crazy idea that he wants to try, and he needs disposable people, I guess.
So, let's just make a quick note with Johan. Like, he's so rich and insane that he just wants to do anything like nuts so that he can get some kind of like joy in his life, basically, is what I'm gathering. Because there was something he was talking to his friend, who's the guy who actually murdered the
Yeah.
girl that's Tayshian's in jail for, and he's like, oh, I actually kind of want to do a death race thing with real people.
Yeah, he's like, I have this great idea, and his like, he has like a nanny, I guess that's what her character's name is, that he's like talking to, and he's like, check out this great idea that I have, and she's like, oh my god, you're a genius. They're like, okay, sure. And
she's blind, by the way, everyone. Yeah. She can't see anything.
Yeah, she's just like, you're so genius, like, you're crazy. I love it.
Yeah, girl, thanks.
But basically, he wants to do this like death race thing, and he wants the prison warden to give him disposable prisoners, I guess, that people won't really miss, to put into these cars and race to the death, and like his friends would bet on it, whatever. It's so strange, a wild shift in narrative that I was like, what is happening? And then I was thinking, okay, well, maybe this is how they're gonna meet. And like, they do meet, but like, at this point, still in the story, Taejun has no idea who set him up. He does not know that this guy that's also setting him up for a death race is the guy that set him up in the first place. But he sees it as another opportunity to escape, because they're kind of racing on this like little island that's not that far from the mainland. So he's kind of thinking like, if he can just get off and swim across, then boom, good to go. Yeah. So it goes into this whole death race thing. They get cars and get parts, and it's like, you can do whatever you need to do. You just have to win the race.
Yeah. It enters a bit like, it's almost like death race Squid Game stuff.
Yeah.
Where it's like, they can, like you said, like, they can fight, kill each other. Well, they don't want them to kill, but like, you can like, it was a random pull, whatever car you get. Some cars are better, but then people are trying to sabotage other car. It was a whole thing. Yeah. It was a whole side arc. You're like, okay.
It has like all these like prison like top dogs or whatever that have been fighting each other this whole time and fighting Taejun this whole time. But he eventually does meet Johan, and Johan is like kind of recognizes him but doesn't really know from where. So like the whole time he's doing this race thing, he's like trying to figure out who he is. And then I think he also starts getting on to him about what he's like, that he's trying to like leave. So he wants everyone to kill him, to kill Taejun. And which leads to probably like the hottest scene I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, so finally they're doing the death race. And so yeah, Taejun, like, because he gets to talk to this to Johan in the top tower, so he sees this ramp that he can probably blast off, right? So he's trying to, like, they're doing the whole race thing, and he's like, oh, I gotta get out of here. And so Johan, the crazy motherfucker that he is, was just like, oh no, I got this. Flips a table open with all of his friends, and he's like, get these guys out of here or whatever. Brings open a sniper rifle. And they have this crazy shot where it's a very low angle, like, and he's jumping out of the window and basically jumps on top of the camera, like.
Yeah, and then he like focuses up down the sights. Crazy.
Girl, yeah. I think this is the exact moment that you're like, ah, yes, he is my bias.
Yeah, I was like, okay, here we go.
And this is so funny because afterward, I think we both separately came back to each other. It was like, yeah, this scene was crazy. And we both looked up what he did for military service, like, Dia, because we're like, he really knows how to hold a sniper rifle. But he was a military chef, so.
Yeah, and it was also like, I was thinking like, man, he must have just gotten out, because he's like, he knows how to hold the gun. But it was like, he got out like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
I was like, alright, well, whatever.
Like, okay. But yeah, he technically, any Korean man that goes into the military would have some kind of gun training.
Yeah.
So, but yo, I was aghast. And then, so yeah, that whole episode, that was the other hilarious. Like, the whole episode ends with that. He's lighting up. He, like, Tayshian's, like, in the air in the car, I think. And he tries to shoot him. And it ends like that. You just don't know how the bullet, like, where the bullet goes. And the next episode cuts in. Tayshian's just, like, out of the water. You're like, oh, okay, I guess.
Yeah, I was like, I guess he didn't get
fine.
shot.
I guess everything was fine. Yeah, we're like, okay. Such a build-up. Like, this big epic moment for nothing, really.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
And, like,
So, anyway.
all the prison, like, the prison stuff is essentially over. Like, the guard's still around here and there, but, like, for a few episodes, there's, like, no talk of prison. We're done with prison. We don't care about prison anymore. Sure. Fine. He goes and meets up with his friend that he had made in prison, the older guy, Young Sik, at his, like, Radio Shack or whatever the fuck, his, like, little technology place. You also, like, we've seen her before, but it sort of evolves a bit more of Young Sik's daughter, NB. And you get some more of his backstory too, like, basically why he was in prison. He was, like, a drunk or whatever, and he threw a cigarette on the ground, and his house caught fire, and his wife died, basically. So, like, it was technically an accident, but, like, kind of, he did it, so he went to jail. He got charged for it and went to jail. She kind of hates him, but not really.
But, like,
it's complicated.
It's that tragic, it's that tragic hatred of, I don't hate you, I hate that you abandoned me.
Yeah. Well, yeah, she really goes through that, too, because she thinks he's gonna go back and stuff like that. Like, so, get a little bit more of that backstory, which was good. I like that. Also, it kind of did another, like, slight shift into, like, classic K-drama territory here as well, because, like, Taejin was, like, kind of silly in some of these scenes, and I was like, bro, come on, what have you just been through? Now you're, like, goofing. I was like, no, I don't think so.
I liked her, though. I liked the actress, too. She was great. There were some scenes she had where it's just, like, raw emotion.
From here, after this successful prison break, I guess you could say, is when he really starts tracking down, like, who did this to him or whatever. He finds the lawyer and beats the absolute shit out of him. And he's, like, trying to figure out, like, who he works for and stuff like that, and, like, sort of tells him a little bit, but, like, not really. Kind of tells him about the sculpture thing, like, the artist thing. But he still doesn't technically know the guy's, like, name or anything like that. And then the cleaner shows up, because after that point, I think Johan figures out who he is, and he's like, oh shit, it's this guy. And he kind of sets, like, everybody on him. Sets, like, the guy who he's covering, like, his friend sets him on him, sets the cleaner on him, sets himself on him. And he's like, someone's gonna come out on top. But basically, the cleaner throws, like, a bomb in there or something. Taejin, like, just barely makes it out, but the lawyer's dead at that point. But he takes, like, a file. He takes, like, a file with him, which is, like, the next target, quote unquote. But then, because the cleaner didn't actually kill Taejin, Johan shows up again, goes absolutely fucking nuts on this guy, kills him like crazy. He stabs the shit, like, out of him. You
get a blood splatter on his face.
He's, like, laughing.
He's, like, laughing, maniacally laughing. And he's like, and then, like, oh yeah, but later comes back. His head.
Yeah. He's a psycho, I'm telling you. But they take the folder, they figure out that they're trying to frame somebody else, so it goes that's where it kind of explains to you, like, how they operate with the phone, with the surveillance, blah, blah, blah. They manage to save this woman, but then they turn on the news, and somebody else has been arrested for the crime that they were saving her from. So it's, like, implying that there's always, like, different plans in motion, and whichever one comes first is the one that's, like, basically it. So it's, like, kind of all for nothing, but they did save one person, I guess.
yeah.
I think this is also when, he somehow finds that factory, like, Chaejun finds the factory where they do all this, like, weird evidence planting and things like that. And then at the end of that is when the cleaner's head falls down from the conveyor belt with, like, a letter in his mouth. Okay, great. But that's where I think where the reveal finally actually can't. No, I don't think he's even. I still don't think he even knows who.
Later, yeah.
But he knows that the guy's watching him, and he finds
Yes.
out who he went to prison for. So he finds out about
Yes.
the friend guy. What's his like Instagram handle or whatever.
Yeah.
And then Johan basically sets them against each other. Like, will the friend kill him or will Taejin kill the friend? Either way, because the friend's like been threatening Johan as well because he didn't kill his avatar. And Johan's
can we
been
say
like
that?
talking to his like dad and stuff, and he's like, "I'll talk to my dad."
Yeah, this guy's an absolute mess too. Obviously, they're building up this rich guy.
Yeah.
But
He's like a drug addict, like a party guy. So that, and like he says at one point that he's had like 3 avatars. He's like Taejun is like his like 3rd avatar. So he's like has like an anger problem as well, where he like goes too crazy and kills these people.
and that would probably make sense why he seems so familiar with Johan, because I feel like they seem to be somewhat. Anyway,
he thinks like I think he thinks that he's like friends with Johan.
Yeah, Johan's
and Johan's like,
bitch, you're a
no,
money bag.
bitch.
You're a money bag for me, thank you.
He does end up tracking him down though, but also like the cops are on to them as well because he's the good cop figures out that like this guy escaped technically now, so he's working with some detective who's also on Johan's payroll.
Yeah, everyone's just on his payroll. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, so they're all trying, like they all kind of converge at this like yacht party or whatever. Taejun finds the guy there. The guy has like some gangster new character that was introduced, and I was like, I don't have the time to even know your name. Like, but the cops also start coming there, and like the dad friend and his daughter are like trying to warn him. So like everyone's kind of comes together in this like moment or whatever, and you think that the friend who killed the drug addict is dead. I can't remember what happened, because he's in like when it reveals him, he's like in a wheelchair or whatever, and I can't remember like what happened to him.
Yeah, so I think
there's the car chases him in the car. That's right.
Yeah,
I was like, why was he so fucked up after?
Yeah, and it's implied because you see him like coming out of the car, and I think Taejun is like, that's where he's like having his moral dilemma, because he doesn't want to kill anybody, right?
Yeah.
So he stands over this guy and doesn't kill him, but he looks like he's dying.
Yeah, like you kind of think he's dead.
The implication is he's dying and he's gonna die. Yeah.
Yeah. But they basically get into this big car chase, and he gets into like a massive accident, and he's like completely fucked up, and then Taejun's like walks away or whatever. But as he's walking away, that's when he figures out who it is, because Johan's like on the bridge behind him and like calls him, and it's like,
oh yeah,
what's up? Like I think even Johan thinks this guy's dead. He thinks that Taejun killed him. And he's like, you did it.
Yeah,
you won or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he turns around and like looks at him, and he's like, oh fuck, it's you. It's been you the whole time.
The whole time, yeah.
But yeah, like the cop starts, I think, also kind of getting in on the deal, like what is going on, that it's not that it was like a whole setup or whatever. Like Taejun sort of starts telling him what's happening, and he even starts like questioning it.
Struggles with his own internal justice.
Yeah, and he
What's
like
the true justice here.
Goes to the warden's office and is like trying to get him like arrested or whatever, but then all these like guys come in and like totally fuck up the plan. I know, there's like so much happening in the show. It's crazy.
I was like, as we were going through this, I was like, holy god, there was so much.
Because it didn't even mention also, at one point in this whole process, Johan goes to his parents' death of their anniversary, and you find out all his backstory, that this nanny character is actually his real mom, and he poked her, or he like put something in her eyes and made her blind.
Mercury.
And when they talk about that, she's like, yeah, it was a gift. Like, he gave me a gift. He loves me so much, he made me blind. Like, she's literally just as psycho as him.
He gets it from somewhere.
He has no idea at any point in the show that that's his real mom. Never gets revealed to him.
I know.
But
yeah, we'll get to the ending sequence.
We know.
It comes up.
We find out that
we know,
somehow.
Because she says it. Yeah, she says, like, there's a whole side arc where, his other side of his family pisses him off or something, and his nanny, his mom, knows, so she goes and like burns the whole house down or something. But it's important to note that she burns the house down. So anyway, and then she
takes,
like stabs her, and
they replace the cleaner with a Chinese hit woman, and she takes her. That Chinese woman like kills all these people, and then like his aunt or whatever is like, does he even know whose mom is? And she's like, die, bitch. Whatever.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then she burns the house down, and then like Johan's like, oh, what happened to everyone? And she's like, oh, don't worry about it. And he's like, okay. Like, it's just so like, okay, sure, why not?
Yeah, like, it's obvious, they're really building to this, like, he is such a psychopath, he has, like, no empathy for, like, anything, right? He's just, like, he wants to play his game, basically, right? But, so now we're at the point when...
Yeah, he's figured out, he knows who Johan is, he kind of knows, like, where he operates, he knows, like, how this works with the sculptor and shit like that. I guess he wants to confront him at the auction, but then that kind of gets, like, sidetracked because suddenly the drug addict friend is back and he's, like, in a wheelchair, like, all casted up, and he's like, you thought I was dead or whatever. But so he had, like, worked with the cops or something, so Johan gets arrested.
Such a good reveal, though.
I know, I was like, I also thought he was dead. I was like, no way, this guy's alive.
Same.
And then... yeah, it was a good reveal.
Like, what up?
And, like, he's so, like, goofy. You're just like, what is going on? And Johan had killed his parents because they had also threatened to do whatever because he didn't kill the Avatar. So they had threatened him as well. Well, his dad anyway. But he kills this guy's mom and dad. So this guy flips on him, helps get him arrested. He goes to prison, or he goes to a police station cell or whatever it is, and then fucking, like, honestly, every twist and turn I was like, this is insane. Suddenly a massive, like, prison break murder spree, like, all these gangsters come in
a jail, like,
shooting the place up.
Like, how much money does this guy have that he can get that many people to kill an entire police station?
Yeah, like, but insane.
We digress.
And it's revealed that, like, whoever's leading this little crew of people is the smoker prisoner leader guy from the beginning or whatever. But he kills this shitty detective here too. Like, the detective's like, oh, like, I was trying to help you or whatever, and he's like, oh, sorry. So, like, he has no loyalty either, which you have pretty much known anyway. But he walks out of there. And then it goes into, like, the finale, I guess. Johan goes on a spree, is the best way that I can put it. Everybody related to it is dead.
Yeah, guy loves to wear white suits and get it bloodied. That's all I have to say.
And he, like, strangles the drug addict guy that got him arrested. Insane. Absolutely, like, insane. And then, so Taejin, the whole crew, they get into Johan's house, basically. And they have this confrontation. No, man. Like, the dad and the daughter fight the Chinese hit woman, and you think the dad is dead, but he's not. And then the hit woman brings the daughter to the mansion as well, so Taejin sort of has to, like, decide between keeping her alive, not letting them kill her, and, like, getting his revenge, but not really, because he does both. Keeps her alive, and he gets his revenge, I guess. Like, Johan basically tells him where all the information is, like, this hard drive right here, if you can take it.
It's like, come and get it, bitch, and you're like,
and he's like, okay. And I'll say that, like, this was so fast. Like, all this lead up, and then it's, like, literally, like, one little, like, 5-minute fight between the two of them, and then it's over. And I was like, what do you mean it's over?
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point, because Johan has this, like, a dome, like, Minority Report section he goes into where he does his he calls it something specifically, but whatever it's called, and that's where the final showdown is, right? And so they do this, like, boom, 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 and then he, like, stabs him. He has Johan loves using a katana style sword. Anyway, so Taejin ends up stabbing him through the shoulder into his dome thing, and then he's like, Johan's like, just fucking die! He's like, no, bitch, I'm not you. I'm not gonna murder people. And so you're like, okay, but then he gets the information, so then he gives it to the police, and the police is like, okay, obviously this guy did it. But as this is happening, as he leaves Johan in this thing, it cuts to, okay, the house is on fire. Okay. And we don't see anything else about that. Like, okay, the house goes on fire. Then it cuts to Taejin in like a court being like, hey, you're released. Everything's good now for you. And then there's like you hear like a news report be like, yo, this guy was an artist and he killed a bunch of people. So the assumption is he's dead.
Yeah.
And my interpretation of the fire is his mom lit everything on fire, and that potentially she gets him and saves him before she lights it on fire. That's my interpretation. But yeah, we have no resolution with the mom. Like, we don't know where she is.
Yeah.
Like, that's my intuition. And that it ends like that, and that it's supposed to be a season 2 because we see someone in a chair 6 months later, right?
Yeah, like, I assumed the same thing, but, like, it's just kind of like she had no, like, end fight or whatever, which is, like, I guess she's not a fighter, but, like, and I guess no one really knew about her, like, Taejun's
So, like, how the
crew.
hell would she find him? She's blind.
I mean, I don't know, like...
6th Sense, I guess.
Yeah, I think...
Oh, we forgot to mention how psycho she was about her. She's like, I love your art. Like, I need to buy it.
She's like, she's just as crazy as him.
Like, actually, like, she was so weird about, because, yeah, she knows he's her son. He doesn't know she's his mom. So she's, like, always just like, oh my god. And it's just so creepy to me. She's like, oh my god, like, I love your art. You're like,
yeah, she's like,
your
you're
son.
a genius. You can do no wrong. I love everything about you. Like, okay.
He's like, okay, Nanny, chill. Nanny, chill.
Yeah, like, but yeah, I assume the same thing because Taejun didn't kill him, so somebody obviously took him out of there and then burnt the house down or whatever. But, like, according to the news, they're like, yeah, it was this guy, but he died in a fire, so nothing to do about it there. And then, yeah, it shows somebody in the chair at the end, probably Johan, but, like, who knows? And then it shows Taejun after he's free, he's running his little cafe. The dad and the daughter are, like, his friends there. His other friends come back. They actually came back during...
To help him.
Yeah, to help him get into the mansion. They come back and help with that stuff. They, like, block the road and stuff.
They never gave up on him.
They always knew.
They knew, unlike his B-word girlfriend. No, I'm kidding.
I mean...
I would be pretty hard for me not to also believe the evidence in front of me.
And the implication to me also was that, like, him and the daughter character are, like, vibing on each other.
Oh yeah, they were been building that way. Like you said, there is the classic K-drama where you see like a few episodes before, she glances at him, she says things like, oh, it's just nice to see you in this space, like when he's guarding, you're like, okay, bitch, obviously you're in love with him. I mean, I don't blame you, clearly, but yeah,
that's like basically I mean, that's basically the show. But, like, yeah, it was just like so crazy. Like, I just his acting was just like so wild to me. Like, he was so psycho in that, and the styling, the pants, the waist.
Girl, he knew how to wear a set of pants. That's all I have to say there.
Saying.
He looks so expensive the entire show.
I mean, he's supposed to, but like
he's supposed to, but like
he pulls it off.
Yeah, and like, this is the funny thing with K-dramas too. Like, I know it can be like over the top, but I feel like the acting is usually pretty good. Like, even though it's like the nature of it is kind of over the top, but it feels authentic in a weird way. I don't know.
I mean, it's kind of it just matches the style of the show in general.
Yeah.
That I'm like, it doesn't really take me out of it that much. It's just like sometimes it's like quite a little odd. Just a little bit sometimes.
I mean, yeah. It's always funny when, like, any show, not just K-dramas, but you're like, okay, we're set in our normal reality, like, allegedly, but then you, like, act a certain way. You're like, this is not reality. Like, in what world, like, what technology was that?
Well, yeah, I mean, that part was, like,
you know what I mean? Like,
he basically was, like, working the Matrix or something. Like, his dome would, like, light up, but also, like, it would map out the crime scene, and he would go into the crime scene.
Oh yeah,
And like be looking at stuff, and like somehow also was connected to the people that are there, because there was a scene where he was like, "Oh, make sure you grab this." And like he's not really there. He's in his little dome, but the guy that's there was like, "Oh yeah, no problem," or whatever. It's like he's still walking. Like it's so strange.
And they're like, they're like talking directly to him. Yeah, there was a scene when the Chinese woman assassin was like talking directly to him, like looking directly at him, and then he's like, and he like disintegrates. And I'm like, oh
yeah, like I don't like. Yeah, this is supposed to be real world, but like what kind of technology that was, I don't know.
Yeah, so. Yeah, it's just one of those where it's like augmented reality in some capacity. But hey, I mean, I want a season 2. Where's the season 2? So
I feel like, I guess it could be, but I just feel like there's not usually like carryover characters for stuff. Like if there's a season 2, I don't think it's going to be Dio. I think it'll be something else.
If it's Dio,
I mean, it could be, but like it just that doesn't really seem to be like a trend. It always seems to like shift to something
I know
else.
What you're saying.
So I'm like, we'll see.
Yeah.
But I mean, it depends on the show, I guess, because obviously there's recurring characters in stuff like Squid Game, so maybe.
Yeah.
But I would be really surprised if he was like back for season 2. I would be like, I mean, I would be all for it, but
exactly, I'm like, you'll be watching it.
If he's not in it, I probably won't watch it.
No, yeah.
I've seen enough.
And that's where like the whole like idol thing is complicated too, because he's technically now back in EXO.
Well, yeah,
not
like
that he ever left, but I mean like they're full promotions and stuff. But
I don't know if they've officially like announced another season for this either. So like it depends even when that would be. Like if he is doing EXO, then obviously he couldn't. But like I don't know. Like to that point, like. People seem to believe that they have seen Taeyoung on film set, but they're about to have a comeback in like 3 weeks. So like, how quick can you blast out a show? Is it really that fast, or
depends on the role, right?
Yeah, it depends if it's true also.
yeah. But yeah, I like took a look, and there's no confirmed second season for it, but a lot of fans are wanting it to happen, but that doesn't mean anything. And because it was so open-ended, which we just talked about, it would seem like it could lead to that. But also the main actor, the guy who played Park Tae-joon, said he expressed like a lot of exhaustion from doing that role, like physical exertion. So he said he would like to have a season 2, but it would be a lot. Like basically, it's like, oh gosh.
Yeah, I saw some clips of him with Dio, and he basically was like, Dio just came to set and left. Like he just like rolled onto set, said a couple lines, and got to go home. Like meanwhile, I'm still in the makeup chair. Like this guy's like, and I was like, and he would be like, "You're done for the day?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm already done." He's like, "I haven't even fucking started."
So it's like subtle shade of being like, But if you do think about it, all of Johan's scenes, except for like the final.
I mean, yeah, he basically is just standing around delivering.
It's just
lines.
standing in a room, yeah, or like certain locations, which is true.
Yeah, I thought it was quite good, interesting, a fun little like fun little facts or whatever. The guy, the drug addict, murderer guy or whatever, is like friends with Dio in real life, and they've done like other shows together, like variety shows together. I was watching one where they run like a company's like cafe. So like they just like make lunch for the people who are working or whatever, and like it was really funny. Like the two of them were like very funny, and just like as a totally random, they had a guest like employee at their cafe, and it was Youngji, the rapper girl.
Oh yeah.
I was like, the fuck? Apparently she had Dio on her show, they like became friends or whatever. So he was like, let me call her up and get her in here. So it was cute, but like they've done a few things, and they have like another Wonbin, the guy that got married during Mama.
Yeah.
The three of them are like bestie actors. I haven't seen that guy in anything yet, but they do like variety shows together, like travel shows together and stuff like that. That's super cute. It just made me laugh when he finally strangled that guy in the show. I was like,
yeah,
you're like
his besties.
Real life, like real life besties. Like even if I was like an actor, I don't know if I would be able to keep a straight face to be like strangling your best friend. Like,
well, Well, we know how it works, right? Like a lot of scenes like that, because of how it's cut, he might not actually be physically on top of it. Like at least for the close-ups, right?
Yeah.
Like I can't remember exactly how it was framed, right? But like if there's a wide shot, then yeah, like but if it's like
I think it was like a pan. I think he was like on the bed and it panned over and Dio was like pulling the string behind him. Like technically they're
right.
They're not framed together, but I think it was one shot if I'm remembering correctly. But it was very fast also. It was like 5 seconds. Basically. But I'm just like thinking about it, I don't think I could. I would just be like, you're gonna have to cut 2 different scenes here because
yeah, and my other fun fact, well, it's not really a fun fact, but the guy who plays the cleanup guy, yeah, so his real name Ba Nara, like he was, I watched Weak Hero, which it's good, really good. But he plays like an evil guy, and like, oh my god, like, girl. Although it is funny, I looked him up. He's only a year younger than me, but he plays like an 18-year-old. And I think this was like Weak Hero was like filmed like I don't know, maybe 2023. So he's like still 30. I mean, he looks great. It looks but I'm like, okay, brother is not 18 years old here, okay, but. He plays a good baddie, okay? I'm just saying.
No, I think I really need to watch something that Park Bo-gum is in.
Yes.
I was wanting to watch Tangerines, but I think I want to watch the cop one. Can't remember what it's called, but he plays like a cop. Maybe we saw a clip where he's like, I can't see.
Oh, that's that one?
Yeah, it's some cop thing.
Whatever, I'll watch that one with you too, because the other guy in that scene, I like that actor. I've seen him in something.
I've seen some other clips from it too, and it's like he's kind of badass in the beginning. So like, I don't know how he gets to that point. Like, I don't want to see any spoilers or anything, but I just like love him as a guy. Like, he just seems so incredibly sweet that I'm like, I need to see something that he's in.
I watched. I died because I watched him in a drama called Record of Youth, and it's a romance one, so he's like being all cute. I'm like, oh my fucking god, I can't.
I know. I'm not gonna commit. I can't commit because we know I don't watch. I know
once you commit, but once it happens, you'll know about it because we'll do an episode on it. Okay?
Just saying, I need to see.
It needs to be organic for you. I know you can't. I cannot force you into watching anything.
I mean, it's the same with Harang. Like, by all accounts, I should watch Harang because I love.
Yeah.
Sojun, I love Hyunsik, I love V, like half of the Wooga Squad's in that. Like, I need to see that. It's also like a period thing, and I'm like, I definitely need to like be in the zone for that.
But they look so hot. The Korean period pieces.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. By all rights, I should watch it because Sojun in that looks crazy. Okay?
Girl, I know. Trust me, any history piece in Korean stuff is so, and like their handbox styles, girl. But yes, no, I haven't watched it yet either, but yeah.
It'll happen eventually. It just needs to flow. Yeah. I mean, I technically am watching Squid Game right now, but I don't think we need to do a breakdown of Squid Game.
Yeah, no.
Everyone's already been there, done that.
And we talked enough about Top at the beginning of this. Top plays Thanos. And did you know, a fun fact, that he has colored nails, different colored nails? That was his idea because it represents the Infinity Stones. See, he was so involved in his character. He cared about his character. But yeah.
Another K-drama in the books, okay?
In the books.
Wasn't the one... We also still have to finish Goblet, but...
Yeah. That Goblet's on the radar. I mean, and that's another thing. You love Gongwoo.
I know. Oh, wait, yeah. I was like, wait, we didn't even talk about that's a different... That was literally Squid Game.
Yeah, that was literally Squid Game.
He is insane in Squid Game. Insane.
Yeah, girl. I know. Oh, no.
I actually was like, I'm shook right now.
Girl, I know. Like, I know, just like that, like, crazy, like...
I know. And, like when he's playing the, like, Russian roulette in the hotel with him, he's like...
Girl.
I was like, whoa.
You're like, whoa.
And then, like, he literally shot himself. I was like...
Oh,
what?
I know.
Crazy. Yeah, absolutely crazy.
He's all part of the game. He's a part of the game.
I know. But that, from Goblin to that, I was like, whoa. This dude is
very different. Very different.
But anyway, I guess that's a little wrap of Manipulated and Squid Game for you, okay? No, we don't have to do a Squid Game episode.
No, yeah, we did. We talked about when we went Hot Gong Woo, Top going nuts, and he's looking pretty good, too. But he's crazy. Yeah, he's crazy. But anyway. And
check out the Manipulated.
Yeah, I mean, girl, even if you don't know anything about EXO.
Well, that's why I was like, around this time, we also had a bit of like a complicated thoughts about EXO. I was like, do I actually like EXO? But I was like, at the very least, I can say my actor bias is Dio. So,
but he's your actual EXO bias.
And he's still my EXO bias as well. But if for whatever reason I was like, I'm never listening to EXO again, I'm like, he's still my bias. Okay.
Yeah.
Just as an actor.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, thank y'all, and let us know what you thought down below. Did you watch The Manipulated? Did you like it? Did you also not think that the drug addict friend was dead, or did you think he was alive? Is that the biggest plot twist for you? Let us know. We always want to hear from you. But as always, we'll catch you on the flip.
Bye.